Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look today going into the 2021 NHL trade deadline. Yes, that's been the theme of most of my videos the last couple weeks, but we are taking a look at the Chicago Blackhawks. Are they going to be buyers? Are they going to stay the same? Or could they be sellers at this year's trade deadline? We're going to be taking a look at that in this video. If you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, you guys know what to do. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. And let's take a look at the Chicago Blackhawks. So, first things first, the standings. The standings. Because that tells the tale for where we could see the Blackhawks go going into this year's deadline. Do they become buyers, sellers, stay the same? Where are the heads of Stan Bowman and the staff in Chicago? And it's kind of different, where you look at where they are in the standings. You look at the Central Division, right? The Discover Central Division. You've got Tampa Bay, Carolina, Florida, and Chicago. Chicago is in a playoff spot right now. And you look at the other teams below Chicago at this point, if they go 500 the rest of the season, will make the postseason. And you look who's behind them. It's Columbus, who is 6 points back, same amount of games played. Nashville, who has one game in hand on Chicago, they're 8 points back. Dallas has not played enough games. They're 6 games back of Chicago, but they only have 21 points, so they're 10 points back. And then Detroit is Detroit. So I'm not that good at math. They're well out of making the playoffs this year. Let's just keep it straight. So with that said, they're 6 points of the closest team to making the playoffs right now, hypothetically. They should be buying at this year's deadline, right? They've got Patrick Kane, who's playing better than ever. But we're still hearing rumors from hockey insiders that Stan Bowman wants to continue to blow this team up. And the reason I'm talking about that is a recent report from Chicago. Let's take a look. So from Scott Powers. So he said Nikita Zadorov and Calvin DeHaan are possibilities to be moved due to younger defensemen on Chicago waiting for their opportunity. So they're selling off guys. And then, this is the one that kind of got me. This is the kicker from Scott Powers again a couple days later. So, an update on the Blackhawks. In order to clear some cap space in Chicago, the team could opt to try and move forward Calder candidate last year, Dominik Kubalik. Phone drop. What? This is why Chicago Blackhawks fans are a little bit concerned about Stan Bowman. And now I'm starting to see why. I think that's crazy. Hold on. Now we got to pick up the phone. Dominik Kubalik, 25 years old, $3.7 million per season for this year and next. And you're going to trade him? What? So, let's take a look at the Blackhawks. Why would they want to trade those guys? So you're looking at cap friendly, right, for Chicago. And you've got, let's take a look. So, really comes down to injuries. The Blackhawks have a lot of injuries. On injured reserve right now, Dylan Strome. And then on the LTIR, long-term injured reserve, you have Jonathan Toews, the captain, Brent Seabrook, Andrew Shaw, Zach Smith, Kirby Dach, and Alex Nylander. So they have been pretty banged up. Let's keep it real. Defense, right? Who are some of these young defensemen that are coming up? You have Adam Boqvist, Nicholas Beaudin, as well as Lucas Carlsson. Now, the thing is, some of those guys have pending deals. Lucas Carlsson has to sign a contract this year. Adam Boqvist, next offseason, has to sign a deal. And Nicholas Beaudin, in 3 years from now, will have his entry-level deal done. So, over the next 3 years, Carlsson, Beaudin, and Boqvist will have to have their bigger contracts. So, Calvin DeHaan, who has 2 years left on his deal at $4.5 million, that's going to take a chunk of Carlsson and Boqvist in terms of their contracts. So maybe that's why they want to move them. But can't you figure that out in the offseason? Don't you want to go on a run this year? Like, I understand if you don't want to buy, because the Blackhawks realize they're a rebuilder and they don't want to necessarily buy at the deadline. But do you want to go full out selling off Zadorov, Bodan? Like, Zadorov, it doesn't even matter. Like, okay, let him walk in free agency this year, whatever. We didn't gain any assets for him, but we didn't lose anything either. And we went on a playoff run where Patrick Kane was playing really well, and we were able to just make it work. And the fact that you have a 6-point lead over Columbus right now, that can easily be lost if you start trading off guys. And it sends the wrong message to a team that was told, you know what, we're not going to be that good, and we still overcame that. So I think it's sending the wrong message that you're still selling off veterans and quote-unquote rental pieces. Let's just call them, they're your own rentals. You're renting out your own players. So instead of losing them for a second and third round pick, you're just going to keep them. And I think that's something that Chicago should do here. I don't think you should sell them off, but you also don't have to go out and buy either. It's one of those things where in the offseason, you're automatically going to free up that money from Zadorov because his contract comes off the books. His 3.2 comes off the books this year. He is a restricted free agent, so they could still trade him in the offseason. Even if you trade him for a third-round pick, you moved him out. Congrats. That's perfect. And then you can move Calvin DeHaan this offseason as a season-long rental for somebody in the summer who doesn't pick up one of the big free agent defensemen. Calvin DeHaan, even at 29 years old, could still generate some interest. So I don't really understand what that's about. Now I get it. Stan Bowman is looking long term. We need to save cap space, but Dominic Kubalik, he's going to be an RFA in 2 years at 3.7. He's only 25 years old. Do you really want to move a guy like Kubalik? And I just don't understand that. Now let me look at Kubalik's numbers. That may be part of the story. Yeah, so he has 20 points in 27 games this year. 9 goals, 11 assists. Why do you want to trade Dominic Kubalik? Like, you need forward depth. Why would you trade him? I don't understand that necessarily. So, I don't know. It's very interesting. Alex Nylander. Let's go to Nylander. You're not going to get much of a better deal there. And you look at Nylander, he hasn't played at all this year. We're not going to see him play this year. We haven't seen Kirby Dach play this year, Jonathan Toews. So it's almost like Stan Bowman wanted to go full tank this year, and his team couldn't even do that. They're too good. So he's like, shit, we're playing too well. We got to get a lottery draft pick here. Let's miss the playoffs. But they can't even do that because Columbus, Nashville, Dallas, and Detroit all look like they're going to miss the postseason this year. So Chicago, Stan Bowman is in a predicament. He's like, damn, I don't really want to make the playoffs because he probably figures even if we make the playoffs, we're going to get bounced in the first round by Tampa or Carolina. So do we just take the L and try and kind of blow it up here and tank the rest of the season? So if you're going to do that, I hate to say it. I mean, we're talking about trading Kubalik. You want to move out cap space. Move out a guy like Jonathan Toews or Patrick Kane. Right? If you're going to do that, that's what you have to do. I think this whole thing of trading Dominic Kubalik and, there's an extent to keeping loyalty. I get that, but the NHL is cutthroat. If you're going to sell off Calvin DeHaan for pretty pennies, like $4.5 million, I understand that because that's your blue line. But if you're really trying to make a difference, maybe moving out Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews could be that way. If you really want to lose and you really want to tank, you're not going to be able to fully tank with Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane on this team. Let's just keep it real. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Am I getting a little bit too crazy with this? Do I think they're going a little overboard with selling guys? Or do you think this is really the right direction for the Blackhawks? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. Guys, check out our Goal Line Hockey merch. We are selling Goal Line Hockey toques just like this. Got the little striping, got the Goal Line Hockey emblem, as well as a 1K patch on the back. So if you're interested in picking one of these Goal Line Hockey toques up, Check out our Instagram at goalline_hockey. Just DM me that you're interested and you'd like to pre-order it. And once we hit 1K subscribers, I will start shipping out those toques. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and let's go Hawks.